Ah, so this is Hong Kong. People talk of it as an interesting place, filled with mystery, laughs, and excitement, they say. Not really my scene.
Welcome to Hong Kong. Enclosed in this download, you will find information about your mission and a shopping list of weapons, gadgets, and information that the agency is able to deliver. For your first mission, we will give you your reward of 13,000 upfront. Spend it wisely. Remember that if the hit gets messy, we will send a cleaner and deduct the money from your account. Your mission in Hong Kong will be fairly complicated. The ultimate target is a triad leader named Li Hong. He is too well guarded, and even if you succeed in eliminating him, chances are that you will not get out of Hong Kong alive. The agency has prepared a plan that will make Li Hong lose his influence outside his mansion. Now, we will get back to you when we have completed your first mission. Diana Burnwood, Controller, the agency. Congratulations, the hit in Chu Da Park worked as planned. The Blue Lotus Triad are terrified that Li Hong is blaming them for the killing of his negotiator. They fear a war between the triads. We have received information that the Blue Lotus Triad will send an emissary to Li Hong restaurant to apologize. An assassination of the emissary and his bodyguard will look like a counter hit from Li Hong. Diana Birdwood, Controller of the agency. The hit on the Blue Lotus Triad has triggered a full-scale war between the triads. The district police chief, being on both triad payroll, is quite concerned with the current predicament. A true meeting between the two triads has been arranged by the police chief. The meeting takes place on a neutral ground in a small Chinese fish restaurant. If this mission is a success, Li Hong will be within your grasp. Diana Burnwood, Controller of the agency. Good job. The plan is working. The police have withdrawn their protection of Li Hong, and many of his connections are scared. Li Hong is now accessible, but it still remains quite a challenge. Hong has a small army to protect him. This mission will be very complex. Take your time and explore the location before committing to action. Best wishes, Diana Bernard, Controller, the agency. Vienna 2899. Dear friends, I must support the new thoughts on our project. I'm sick and tired of waiting for this old man. As you know, my work needs a steady hand and sharp wit, and I'm not getting younger, therefore I must support the idea about splitting the fruit. Let's split the fruit while we still can savor it. Blood and Muscles, France.
They have spent a lot of money on this, Professor. We want killing machines, not just machines.
Will he be able to feel any pain? He should have a lot of pain. It makes people obey orders.
Do not worry, he will be perfect.
Welcome to Colombia. Your next target is a Colombian drug lord, Pablo Belisoro Ocho. Our customer wants to terminate his command. The exact location of Pablo's camp is unknown, but you will be inserted into an area that should be close. The area is patrolled by Pablo's army, so avoid contact unless you are sure that you can terminate without alarming the camp. Pablo uses artifacts as a cover for his drug transportations. We know that one of his planes crashed a few days ago. On board the plane was stolen religious idol. Returning this idol to the local tribe might endear you with them. We would be surprised if they did not know an alternative route to Pablo's camp. Diana Bernwood, Controller of the agency. The Indian tribe knows a secret passage to Pablo's camp. It is a small hidden tunnel through the mountains. The passage is guarded by what the Indians call Tezcatlipoca, the god of death. We have a video that proves that this god is merely a very large jaguar, but that does not make it any less dangerous. Diana Burnworth, controller of the agency. The camp is now just a few feet away from you. Be careful, it is very well guarded. Once inside the camp, you should be able to find plenty of weapons and ammunition. Diana, controller of the agency. Summery, 12/10/99. Dear Pablo, things have changed. I hope for your understanding that the project must be kept running financially, even though our Great Brotherhood is in disagreement. More than ever, we need to accelerate the project. We might have to move the entire lab soon. I feel that some of my staff are getting a bit scared by the project's implication. Remember, friend, 47 belongs to me, but I just might send him to you for a personal demonstration of his talent. Blood and Muscle, Professor. Welcome to Budapest. At the Thermal Bath Hotel in Budapest, the Peace Summit is being held. Attending are all the leaders of the world's great nation, and naturally the renowned hotel is swarming with security. None of these notabilities are your target. The Australian terrorist Franz Futch is planning to blow up the hotel. If successful, it will change the world forever. Franz Futch is your target. Normally we would not care about the leaders, but preventing the attack will make us popular with many governments and could mean a new clientele for our business. Our customer has requested the bomb, so that you have to you have to take it out of the hotel. Diana Burnworth, controller of the agency. A letter from France. Here, yeah, France. Vienna, 28/99. Dear friends, I must support the new thoughts on our project. I'm sick and tired of waiting for the soul man. As you know, my work needs a steady hand and sharp wit, and I'm not getting younger. Therefore, I support the idea about splitting the fruit. Let's split the fruit while we can still savor it. Blood and Muscle, France. The Camp, 29/99. Dear Franz, I don't give a stuff about splitting the fruits. I want better men who follow orders. Drugs are keeping me fit, and I believe that they can keep me on top. Spare the babble of the soul man. If you have any problems keeping your hand steady, I can always send you a package of my fine white elixir. She keeps me steady as a rock and sharp as nails. If it weren't for my powder, these darn tribemans would already have killed me. Blood and Muscle, Pablo. Dear brother, under these circumstances, it would be advisable to keep walking on separate paths. I made arrangements to store our precious merchandise safely, and I intend to keep the key close to my heart. If you need any help, please do not hesitate to visit my old friend. He is a hotel florist and very loyal to the cause. Your loving brother, Fritz. Dear Sir, it is our pleasure to inform you that the roses you order are now available. They can be picked up at your convenience against this receipt. Yours truly, the hotel florist.
If I only had 50 of them in Vietnam, it would still be French. I think his nose is very much like mine. A handsome devil.
That could be so, Franz. His genetic is derived from the DNA of everyone here. All of our strengths, none of our weaknesses.
Welcome to Rotterdam. Your next target is the main man who supplied Li Hong and Pablo with weapons, the notorious gunrunner Gerard, aka Boris. Boris is hiding on his ship somewhere in the harbor of Rotterdam, but we do not know the exact location. We have information that a local Dutch gang has arranged to purchase some of Boris's merchandise. By tracking them, we might be able to locate the ship. Our intelligence department has stumbled across a weird fact that you should know. It seems that Li Hong, Boris, French, Butch, and Pablo all served in the French Legion together. If that is a coincidence, it is one weird coincidence. Diana Bernward, Controller, the agency. Well done. The GPS you sold to Ivan led us to Boris. We have to move fast. Boris is getting ready to leave Rotterdam. You will be inserted next to the quay where Boris's ship is located. The area is locked off and the gates are guarded. Note, we have last-minute information that there might be a nuke on board the ship. The model is old, so you should be able to disarm it if necessary. Diana Bernward, Controller, the agency. Hong Kong 14699. Greeting my smuggler friends. I'm getting very impatient. I will contact the professor. I need better men and I need them now. The older triads are giving me some problems. Thank God for their foolish superstitions and the service of my royal tons. I went to see the project. I'm not sure the professor is trying hard enough. I'll squeeze them a bit. I want my men, blood and muscles.
Send him to me soon, Doctor. I have some errands for him to run.
In Hong Kong, he will be a most unpleasant surprise to my enemies. Professor, does he know that we are his fathers?
Not yet, but I'll send him to visit you when he is finished. Then you can tell him the good news.
The agency is in turmoil. Our intelligence department is working on the theory that the customers for your last 4 hits are actually just one person. As I wrote you earlier, we normally won't take part of the larger wars, but it turns out that this one customer is very powerful. So powerful that the board of directors has accepted another mission from him. This was done under the condition that it was the last contract and that another of our agents did the job. The customer accepted the first condition but refused the second, and the board gave in on that. The customer only wants you. That is understandable considering your track record, but it freaks. The next mission is very simple, so do me a favor, stay cool no matter what happens. Diana Bernward, Controller, the agency.